Beloved, I am super excited about the show of today, and I thank God that we have Renzo in the studio. But before we put Renzo in the studio, I just want production to put out the ventilation. That would be great. And I just want to encourage you, if this is your first time on our channel, please make sure you hit that sub, like, share this link with friends and family. Let them know that we have an amazing story, testimony from our guest Renzo, all the way from the other side of the world. Is going to introduce himself. So grab your coffee, grab your drink, just take your seatbelt, lock yourself in. Every distraction, put it aside so that you make sure you don't miss this conversation. And the beauty of the Glory Today show, beloved, is that we have the chat. We have the chat here. So interact with us. Let us know what you think about the stories and the testimony of Renzo. If you comment in the chat, and he will answer it right away. And if this is really the first time here, we say welcome. It's a privilege. You've been enjoying our music, and as you're waiting for us to just get in. And what can I say? Really, invite your friends. Let us reach as many people out there, because this story is a story that's going to touch. So it's going to change life. It's going to really, really change life. I promise you that. Renzo, welcome to the Glory Today show, my brother.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm so happy that you made time to be here. I'm so happy that you came here with your family, with your fiance to be. And yeah, and together you can grace us with your presence here.
Yeah, I'm very happy to be here too. Yeah,
How you doing today? How was your day?
my day was very nice.
Yeah?
Very nice. Did some of my hobbies and yeah, very not stressful. Yeah.
Not stressful.
No, zero
Oh,
stress.
to God be the glory.
Yes.
I thank God for that. So, just to for house cleaning, beloved, this couple of days we've been dealing with a bit of a technical issues when it comes to the live stream and anything. So, if you're watching us on Facebook or you're watching us on YouTube or on Twitter for that matter, if you're just experiencing some lagging, no matter how mild, just let us know, so we know for sure that something is going on. But do not fret. We are also recording the show, so if really it get bad, we're gonna upload the recorded version online. So now let's just dive into the show of today, okay? Renzo was born in 1998.
Yes.
Last time I checked, yeah. And his story is a journey across countries and challenges and faith, and from moving to Germany in 2010, then Denmark
Yeah, Denmark. Yeah.
to 2012.
Yes.
So you
that's
speak
right.
Danish.
Yeah, that's right.
Amazing.
I
And
speak-
finally, you speak Danish, right?
yeah, I speak four languages.
You speak.
yeah, just Dutch, German, Danish, and English, of course.
That's a good one for a change. You
Yeah.
don't meet often Dutch people that speak multiple languages like that. Often it's English Dutch, or Dutch Germany, a little bit of English or whatever. So that's really good. And then you came back to the Netherlands in 2015.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah.
Let's just start from the beginning.
Hmm.
How was Renzo brought up?
Yeah, yeah. I lived on a little farm in the Netherlands, and yeah, we had always some animals around and stuff like that, and always something to do, never boring and stuff like that. But my dad always wanted a farm, like a big farm,
Yeah.
and so that's why we moved to Germany eventually into 2010. And,
On the farm with your parents.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
right.
Okay.
So with my parents, and I have some siblings too. I'm the oldest of five, so it wasn't. It was always something to do together, and
You were the oldest of five.
yeah, that's right. Yeah,
That's the number of grace.
yeah,
For those who understand. And I think you needed some grace. Being your father has five children, and then when you guys went to Germany, did you have all five or just?
yes, yeah. My smallest brother, he's born in February 2010, so he was only 3-4 months when we went to Germany.
When you went to Germany?
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah.
And then you were brought up on a farm. Of course, that's a dream of many children. Yeah, everybody's like
Yes.
farmhouse, man.
Yeah.
Space, animals,
Yeah, plenty time and space to play all around.
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So how
Yeah,
was that being brought up on the farm?
Yeah, amazing.
Yeah.
It's so amazing, and getting used to machinery and at a young age, and
Yeah.
learn how to work, and stuff like that, and getting in touch with nature every day. That's so
Yeah.
beautiful, and
Amazing.
looking to all the beautiful things in nature. That's so amazing.
Because as a kid as well, you learn quickly to appreciate nature, as you said, but you also learn quickly how to be in touch with your hands, how to do things with your hands, whether it's, as you say, machinery, looking after the cattle and everything. And what kind of farm? Before I even go ahead of myself, what kind of farm did your parents had?
In Germany, we had a farm with 120 cows for milking. So
120 cows
yeah,
for
yeah.
milking. Oh,
So for Dutch terms, that's quite a big farm. But
yeah.
there we had the opportunity to grow bigger if we wanted. But we went there, and we first wanted to stabilize the farm and then want to grow bigger. So, so we started with 120 cows, and then
Yeah,
with
guys.
plans to grow. But
We started with 120
yeah.
cows, no big deal, no many cows, I mean,
Oh yeah, but
yeah,
we have to eat every day, so
yeah,
you have
yeah.
to start somewhere, you
Somewhere,
know.
you know what I mean? Yeah, yeah, but that's crazy because not everybody has that grace to start a farm with 120 cows. I mean, maybe in your eyes, I can see it's like it's small, you know. J- just 1 second, production. Can you just make sure? I'm not sure if it's YouTube, Facebook, or anything is muted because I can just hear it in my ear now and then. Just make sure it's muted if you don't mind. That'd be great. So because 100 and you say 120, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Cows
Yeah,
is in my view sounds a lot.
yeah, that's right. Yeah, but it's there are some bigger farms in the world, you know,
Yeah.
but
What is big in your view? If you think
big.
about it, yeah.
I know there is in China some farms with 500,000 cows, but that's a whole different story. And that's no, you're
500,000.
yeah, there are big farms, you know. So, but for Dutch terms, 120 is yeah, pretty.
Pretty normal.
Yeah, I think the Dutch are from 80 to 250 somewhere normally.
Wow. Wow. Last time I did a show where we were talking about the life of farmers. And if you have not checked it out, just check it out it's on our YouTube channel. And we discussed the fact that were Dutch farmers living in Denmark. And there's this new rules or regulation, I don't know what it is, that came out where they're being forced, or they're being forced, or they're being required. Maybe that's a better word. They're being required to put a bever in the food of the cow, because they say the cows are. Excuse me. Is an injection. Bever is an injection. Oh, they're actually. I don't think it's an injection. They're putting it in the food, so the cows have to eat it. And what happened is that they want the cows to fault less.
Yeah,
So because they say the faults of the cow is impacting the climate.
Yeah,
So this Dutch family, they made a video where they were explaining how much that is impacting their kettles, and some of them were not really doing well enough. The mood change, they sit down, they don't stand up anymore, they're losing strength. So that's very, very interesting. Okay, that's not the story of today.
yeah.
Today we're going to move. So you fact check me. You say it's an injection, right? Yeah, I knew you put it in a food beverage, so it's not an injection. But anyway, so you went to Germany first, and from Germany, your parent decided it's not good enough. Let's move even farther. Let's go to Denmark.
Yeah, it's not eventually like that, but
That's my own version of it. So what is your version?
that's a very short version of it. But
Please.
yeah, eventually we had some cows who get ill and died.
Really?
Yeah, that wasn't so good time, but so it was a very hard time to realize that there was a sickness we couldn't get touch of. So the somewhere they got ill and eventually died from it. But that's not what we want. So
How many cows did you lose?
Yeah, I think maybe it was 1 a month eventually at the time, at the highest point. So it was very. I can't put numbers exactly on it, but it was a number you don't want. So they also got more attention of it from the from the instantions who would take a look at the care how a farmer takes care of his cattle and stuff like that. So we got more so in spotlights. So eventually, my parents decided to stop there. So we sold all the cows, and
Really?
we lived there on a empty farm for like half a year. And then my parents looked around and wanted to start a farm
Yeah.
somewhere again because that it was a nice thing to do,
To do,
and
yeah. Yeah.
it was a very hard dream, and and so we ended up in Denmark and found the farm there, and so we were moving towards Denmark.
Wow.
So, but
Everybody packed in trailers and
yeah,
tractor and trucks and I don't know what.
yeah,
And
we had three truck combinations of householding stuff and machinery, what we could
three
take.
trucks.
Three trucks with stuff of everything a farmer needed and also a household needed put together, and we drove off.
Crazy. Do you know what the sickness was specifically that caused your cows to?
Yeah, it was a couple of years later, and maybe 8 years later, we heard that it was in the water. Like it was some, we had a well where the water came from, but in that well there was something in
Like a
the
bug.
brown coal or something like that, where they got ill because the farmer who started after us there, they had the same problem, and eventually the well got broken, so we had to use the water out of the pipeline, like the
Like everyone.
like everyone, and then the sickness was away. So then he
Fixed
just
it.
he so it's a very small problem, but with big consequences, and
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
And it's a harder one to track. Is it hard to track the source of it to figure out where
Yeah,
is this
we
happening
did some
from?
researches,
Yeah.
but we didn't get the touch of where it came from. So that was very, kind of sad to hear. But eventually, we get, we did go on with our
Yeah,
lives.
yeah,
So
yeah, exactly. Now, so you guys moved to Denmark. You come to Denmark. Did that process go with your family? Family of five?
yeah,
Because you did not just move to Denmark for vacation,
no,
but you
no.
went there to start something from scratch again.
Again, that's
So
right. Yeah,
your parents had to find a farm. How did that process go for you?
yeah. It was a very troubled process for me. In Germany, I learned German in like a half a year. And then I was like one of them. Like when in church we had sometimes some weekend off, and then they heard where I lived, but not that I'm Dutch. So that was where my German was very good that time.
Oh yeah, wow.
And in Denmark, it was the same like that. We went on a international school to learn Danish, and I used the German lessons to teach myself Danish, and the English lessons as well. And but I have to go a little bit back again because on our way to Denmark, we had a farm where we got signed on Friday, so we left on Thursday to go there, and then on that afternoon we heard that it didn't go on the farm. So so we were halfway Germany, and we had no place to go.
Oh, so you're halfway to Denmark actually.
Yeah.
And then you had
Then the bank called us like, yo, it's not gonna happen for you. The farm is not yours. So
that's crazy. So all this tough situation happening in Germany, you hear you're losing your cows, your parents are losing the cows, and you have to move. So it's so easy to get stuck in all those bad things that are happening, especially young people. You have to leave your friends behind because obviously I moved from somewhere to come to the Netherlands. I was not born here. So I understand that things of leaving friends behind, of leaving people behind at a very young age. So it does something to you. So so I was just reading the charts, and thank God for the charts. And the charts ask a question: what was the best thing about living in Germany. What was the best thing for you about living in Germany?
The best thing, I think nature. I
Yeah.
very appreciated the nature there.
I thought you were gonna say German people, but so German
That's very
people.
obvious.
You've heard it, huh? You guys you need to do better.
Yeah. No, they are the best. But
Did the best. Okay.
yeah, there were some good traditions in church also. Like every third Sunday, they had something like Kuchenessen, like eating cake together.
Cooking lesson.
And then you had a normal dinner plate, like, and then you went to the table and put 5, 6 pieces of cake on it, and you just ate, and then you go
Wow.
again, and maybe 3, 4 times, but
That's
that's some
crazy.
good old times, especially when you come from the Netherlands with
Yeah.
you kringverjaardag, like
Yeah.
the birthdays where you get one little piece of cake, and there you can eat all that you
Oh,
can.
as much
Like,
as you want.
yeah.
Okay.
So that was some, especially when
Yeah.
I was 12, 13 that time.
Firstborn of
Yeah,
five.
the eldest.
So basically, responsibility rested on your shoulder for your brothers.
Yeah, that's right.
Always.
Yeah, especially on the farm where there's always something to do work-wise,
Yeah.
and my dad or my mom always was, yeah, doing something.
Yes.
My
Yes.
mom always milking the cows, and my dad always, yeah, driving around feeding the cows, getting, yeah, something to do on the farm.
Oh, that's
It's
crazy.
it's not a job; it's a lifestyle.
It is a lifestyle. Yeah, true. Because obviously, in today day and age of today, um, like children, we consider everything that our parents ask us to do. It becomes like a load. It becomes like a I was my dad shared a story in our family group. I think, yeah, it was about a parents who has been wealthy and she did everything to make sure the children lack nothing. She gave them everything, and she gave them everything that they needed, that required, to the point where she was in a position of weakness. She needed the support of her children, and then she had to go through a surgery, and then the children said, "Come on, mom, we have to be to this particular concert. We have no time really to be there for you. Why are you always pulling on us, always trying to pull back on us?" So the children decided to go to the concert, and she was so heartbroken. She's like, "I've paused my life to give you everything that you need, and when I need you the most, you can't even be there for me." So she was pounding on that. She's like, what went wrong? What happened that my children are so selfish, self-centered, that they don't even make time for me? In pounding, she decided to call a phone number she knew by heart. She called the phone number. It was her assistant, and she called the assistant. She said, "Cancel everything. Their extra houses, apartments, their bank visa card, cancel everything." And she came to the conclusion. She said, "I've given my children everything they needed except one thing: discipline.
Yeah.
I've given them everything except discipline." So I understand what you're saying, because we're in day and age where there are children that our parents are focusing on giving them everything they need, except that one thing that they need the most in a life to come, because the parents might not always be there.
Yeah, that's right.
So she made that decision. She said, if this is the last thing I do for my kids, they might not like it. I might make mistake. It might not be the right thing, but at least let me try to do one thing that I can still do for them, and teach them discipline. So I hear you are talking. So and you say very, very rightfully, say it was not a job, it was a lifestyle, because it was as a family you did this together. But how was that for you? I love it, chats that you guys are really communicating with us in the chats. I love it. And Renzo, you can see the chat there, right? I love to see do you see that last chat? You wanna read it?
No, not yet.
Because this is addressed to you.
Oh,
You can read it out loud.
Yeah.
Read it out loud.
Renzo, I'm proud of you. You're working for your own to be the best version of yourself. Happy and glad we met and stayed friends. Go on.
Amazing.
That's
That's encouraging,
yeah.
right? And that's what I love about the chat. I love about our viewers, because when they interact with us like that, it's really encouraging. So please let them come,
Yeah.
let them
Thanks.
come, and obviously, see Renzo is blushing even more now than before. So the oldest of five, how does that look like in a farm life?
Yeah, doing basically everything. Sometimes when the harvest season is going on, you have to cook some food for the rest.
Okay.
Or my little sister, who is under me, she's 4 years younger than me. Then she took that job, and I was working on the farm, helping my mom milking the cows, or my dad harvesting the food for the cattle.
Oh wow!
Always being busy, and my older brothers also, they learned how to drive a tractor when they were 5, 6, 7 years old. So
Wait a minute. All African watching this. Listen. Your younger brothers learned to drive a truck when they were how old?
yeah, 5, 6, 7 years old.
Is that normal here? I mean, is that normal in Germany?
On for the law, not, but yeah, on a farm you will learn how to work, and it's if you work a lot with machinery, it get an expanded thing of your body. You get feeling of it. It's so weird to feel. It's like I'm driving with my car, and my girlfriend sometimes say, "How do you drive backwards like that?" Because I'm just putting in reverse and putting the pedal to the metal, and then I'm
And you're going.
and just singing with the music. But because I teach this on a young age.
Yeah, you
And,
learn
when you learn something on a young age, it's like
Easy
walking.
to
You
remember.
can walk always. You don't forget how to walk or drive a bike or stuff like that. So, everything you learn on a young age, and do every day. You get get the extended thing of your body.
I just love what you're saying, especially on the farm. Lands where you learn driving a tractor at 5.
Yeah, I couldn't reach the seat, and my brother's either. You stand against the seat and putting the gas to with your foot.
Just stand.
You're standing up. It was,
This
but
is goals.
I know there's a lot of farms where they where they're used to learn new children how we do it together. It's yeah.
But does that still happen today? Learning to drive a truck on that young age.
Yeah. On the
Is there
farms.
a restriction on how old you need to be to drive this truck?
Yeah, on the roads, and there's a law, but
Yeah.
on
on
own terrain you can do what, basically you want or stuff like that. But
You do whatever you want when you're
on a safe, it's
In a
always
safe place,
safety is very important everywhere, But
Yeah, safety is very important. 5 years old driving a truck. Yeah.
no, but on that, the dangers. You
but it's beautiful.
where you get growing up on a farm. You know where the danger is. Your dad telling you every day. Don't. When you see me, I can see you. That's so. That's
Okay.
basic.
Everything you can see, they can see you.
Yeah, but if someone is driving any kind of machinery, if you can see the operator, they can see you. So that's
That's
rule
very
number one for
simple
safety.
lesson, yeah.
So, but if you get to teach that at 1, 2, 3 years old, you get used to it.
Beautiful.
And safety is very important.
So your responsibility as a firstborn was to pass on the baton, because I don't know how that went. Your father teaching you teach them, or your father teaching you and you just observe the rest.
Both. Sometimes
Yeah.
you're working together, and my dad teach them too. We
Okay.
all
Yeah, beautiful. So now let's leave Germany. Let's go to Denmark.
yeah.
And the chat say, loving my brother, I'm so proud of you. So many people are so proud of you, man.
Yeah.
Good job, good
Thanks.
job. So listen, you are on your way to Denmark.
Yes.
You find out that the bank says, wait a minute, the farmhouse that you guys wanted to purchase, the deal is not going through. So you guys turn around and go back home?
Nope. We didn't give up.
You didn't
That's
give up?
not how we work. That's not how we work.
That's not your
No.
family motto.
No, we don't give up.
So what happened next?
We just go on to Denmark, and we went. We got up. Like you mentioned, there are many Dutch people in Denmark, so we got our stuff, all everything got stacked, on a place by some Dutchmen, and then we went in some vacation home, and we moved some.
So you left the stuff at somebody you knew
Yeah.
who
Yeah.
was living in Denmark.
Yes.
Okay.
So and then we went in a vacation house there, and stayed for 4 months or something. I don't know exactly, but we moved to 2, 3, 4 different houses. Every 2, 3 weeks we moved again because
Right.
something like that. I don't know the exact numbers anymore, but it's was a very hard time because there was no home. We didn't go to school yet because the system was different, and we had no address and stuff like that. So it was very chaotic.
Yeah.
Being together on a place you don't really belong or something like that, but giving up wasn't an option. And that's something I never did.
Yeah.
I was keep fighting.
Yeah.
And but eventually, at some point, we got to the same farm as we in first place wanted to
After living like gypsies.
We went to that
Then
farm
you
and
moved to
as
the same farm.
the same farm, but as to work for the bank on that farm, like
Work for the bank.
how do we call it, like a bedrijfsleider, how do you
Like a company.
like a manager,
Operational manager.
like a manager, hired manager or stuff like that. So and for a couple of months we lived there, maybe half
And
a
you're
year.
working for the bank, you say?
Yeah, because
The bank seized it.
the farm was from the bank.
Oh, okay.
And so it's the story I know, but maybe it's not correct, but it's the facts I'm telling is just the thing what I know.
What you experienced, yeah.
Yeah, so we worked there to get the farm going on. Like
Okay.
there was nobody there. The old farmer moved, and we lived there, and we farming there and
Yes.
getting the farm going on.
So obviously the bank took it over, but of course they are bankers. They don't know nothing about farm. I'm serious. I mean, like, then they're like, okay, this family that came from the Netherlands wanted to buy it initially. Something went wrong with the deal. Then they decided to say, no, let's offer you guys
Yeah,
to help us.
my dad needed a job too,
Yeah, exactly.
also that, because he worked sometimes in the Netherlands, and so he went on a Monday and got back on Friday or Saturday.
Wow.
So
Crazy.
it was a very chaotic time. Also in Germany as well, the farm got all the cows got sold in October 2011. But in April 2012, we went to Denmark, and all that time my dad worked in the Netherlands. So we went on Sunday evening or Monday morning
When it comes
to the Netherlands, and then on Saturday he came back because we had to eat.
Yeah. So true. Let's get a little real, guys. Let's get it deeper. And growing up isn't easy for many of us. And some of us are watching this program tonight. Maybe you can because you're inspired, or you know Renzo, or you're inspired because of the title, and you're wondering, what's this about? We want to talk about things that are impacting us, all of us, from different from different walks of life. Let me say that way. Whether you lived here in the Netherlands, in Europe, in the US, or wherever you come from, we all have challenges in life, especially growing up in the homes. The choices that our parents make, they end up affecting us tremendously. And sometimes as a kid, you ask yourself a question: why do you have to make choices like that, knowing or not knowing that's going to impact my life? But obviously our parents can only do the best they can because they are trying to give us a better life, so they make these choices. So when you are carrying the weights from your past, because all this moving, the family, these things are going on, you guys on the road, obviously you are not going to school, you don't have the farm land anymore to farm, all that pressure you're dealing with. Can you share what it was like that for you, moving so much as a kid, first of all, and how that shaped your choices, how that shaped you as a person?
like how I'm living now, or
No, as you guys were moving so much then,
Mhm.
how was that for you as a kid back then?
yeah, you just live at the
Mm-hmm.
moment. I didn't think about it eventually that time, but
And
just
today,
living life and getting
and when you think about it today, how does that? Um, I mean, do you ever get a moment to pause and wonder, it's like, if my life was a bit more stable, what kind of a person that would I have become today?
the what if question.
Yeah, true.
It's a thinkable question, I
Mm.
think, the what if, but I think um, that we that I in my opinion I can't answer the what if questions. I get a lot of them all the time.
Mm.
What if they did this, or what if you stayed here, or
Yeah.
what if I don't know, because you don't know the output,
Mm-hmm.
but I know that all I've been through, like the unstable things, like no basically I haven't been on a place long enough to call it home.
Yeah.
Just my old place in the Netherlands where I
Where
was
you grow,
born,
where you're born, yeah.
and till my 12th year. But then I just moved and moved and moved and moved, and
Yeah. But how did that impact your cycle,
yeah, man, I didn't have any.
connection with people and stuff like that?
Yeah, I didn't have any friends because at home it wasn't that perfect as well. There was a lots of violence and stuff like that, so
Mm.
I didn't have any friends, and because we moved a lot,
Often, yeah.
yeah, we I get I learned German in half a year. I
Mm.
learned English in a year. I learned
Danish.
Danish in a
Yeah.
half a year. I think that's something of me. Like I'm very easy to blend in somewhere.
Yeah, of course. I mean, if you have to move as much, and funny enough, I can understand that because my life is quite similar. You don't have a place where you're locked in. You don't have a long time friendship relationship. You don't have nobody beside your family member that knows you well enough to understand. So everywhere you become like a chameleon. Every place they position you, you just fit in with what's going on in that culture. And for me, that's also what I just want to pick your brain on. Um, do you believe that that's not having many friends on a young age has influenced the Renzo that we see today?
Yeah, somewhere it does, but at the end, I did I looked who I really am, and
Mm-hmm.
I hold on it. Like I did, everything fell apart, and eventually some years later, my parents got divorced and
Yeah.
stuff like that. And but uh, I was the only one, me, myself, and I, who
Mm.
could I deal with all my life. So, but if I can't get rid of myself, or I can't get going on with myself,
Yeah.
how can I go on with life? So I really had to learn how to deal with myself and who I am, because I can put a mask on the streets, but I can't put a mask on to myself every day.
No.
The mirror is not gonna lie.
No.
So
That's true.
yeah, so it was a very difficult journey eventually when we
Yeah.
got back in the Netherlands, and my parents got divorced. Then on my 17th, when I was 17,
Mm.
then I got less chaotic and got the time to think.
Well,
So all
that's
the time I
crazy.
was in a survival mode, because at home there was so many violence. My parents beat me up and stuff like that. My mother also, and my dad sometimes, and so we always were alert what we did or what we say,
Oh
because
wow.
everything could used against
Yeah.
you. So it was very difficult for me to think about future, to think about who I am. I didn't have any friends because they weren't allowed at home.
You're not allowed to have friends, even.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was my mom always had strict rules about it, and then yeah, my people that age just think, yeah, you live on a farm but you can't play outside and stuff like that. Why should I come
Yeah.
and stuff like that? So it was very hard time that time. So I'm when I was 17, I'm placed out of my home. I didn't have any friends. I lived all my life alone, and that's something hard at that age. I would say, but at the end of the line, I think it made me disciplined to get to know to myself, because I'm the only one I'm dealing with all my life, and I know how to work now. I know I got working hands or at a young
Yep.
age,
Yeah.
because on the farm and stuff like that. So and when I looking back, I think the bad turned to good.
God turned it for good. That's amazing what you just shared right there. Because we know how impactful violence can be on a young age. And even though the parents are not violent toward the kids, just toward themselves. As kid, we see everything. We understand everything. So I thank God for your experience. So what brought you guys back to the Netherlands? If we can touch that.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, in Denmark, eventually we got to another farm, and then there we worked a long time, and then but at home, it wasn't a home I wanted to live in. I don't want anybody a home like that, because there was so many violence and stuff. Like it wasn't good. There was so many damaging, yeah, mentally and physically. And so eventually, in Denmark, they got air of it, and they wanted to look at home what we
What's going
how
on?
it was how it did go on.
Yeah.
So on that time, it was January 2015, and my parents said on the Thursday, yeah, we're going to move tomorrow. So the next day on 5 o'clock, we went in the car, or 3 o'clock. We wake
Wait,
up and
why do parents do that sometime, man? It's like crazy. And I'm
so
saying this because like my parent did this to us as well. You know,
mm,
just come back from school and then you find out your stuff is packed. It's like, yep, you guys are leaving this evening.
yeah, like wow, I was yeah. It's what my whole world fell apart. I started to make some friends at school, and yeah, like I said, I spoke that time, now a little bit less, but
Yeah.
very well Danish and stuff like that. So I was one of them again, like in the German times, but then Danish, and just yeah, built a new life, and then just one day or the other, yeah, we're going to move again, and that's my whole world fell apart. Like yeah, in what you can call my world that time, it was
What you try to build as your world.
exactly.
Yeah.
I didn't have anything at the end, but I was thinking I had something, and that fell apart. So yeah, the next day at 5 o'clock in the morning, we went to the Netherlands again.
And that's so sad because you just shared something and said what the same thing that happened in Germany
Yeah,
happened
basically.
again in Denmark. And I think, as you said, you're in the survival mode and you don't understand the impact of that. And just looking at the charts, we're going to get to the charts. So you guys are on fire. That's good. This happened to me as well. And I think I'm not, I don't know why the parents are doing that because your school was trying to intervene into helping you to see what's going on at home.
Yeah, yeah, or I don't know where the help came from, but
Somebody
it was
reported
some.
it, maybe.
Hmm?
Somebody reported it.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Because I was on a school and stayed there at the same school with my brothers and my sister.
Yeah,
They
maybe you
moved
said it.
to maybe 5, 6 different schools, because my mom always gotten in trouble there with the school.
The principal.
Yeah.
Your mom got in trouble.
Yeah, because she wasn't uh, she didn't share the same vision.
Same values.
Yeah.
And why? Is it like they were too woke and you guys were conservative or what? What? Because your
No.
parents were Christians?
Yeah, my parents were Christians,
Oh,
but
zogenaamd Christian then.
yeah, no, yeah. My mom always has been that way. She always had some ideas, and you have to live up to it.
Yeah?
And if not, then you're getting in trouble. And she does it. That's still going on. My mom, yeah, it's
Wow.
it's something I still a hard time these days.
Yeah?
Yeah, yeah, she just doing what she wants, and she basically saying, "Yeah, I don't care what you
Okay.
think.
Yeah.
I don't care if you are my son, but yeah, you're just doing what I'm
You do what
told
I
you."
want, or
Yeah,
you out of my way.
yeah. I don't know the Bible verse in English, but like your father and mother, like
Honor your father and mother,
yeah,
that it may be well with you.
like yeah. But
And they say that?
she used that many times. Like you should honor me,
Oh my
like it said in
god.
the Bible, and I was. It's not the way it meant. I think.
Wow, that's crazy because funny enough, it's for they're always forgetting the part where is also asked to parents not to provoke your
Mm,
children to harm,
exactly.
to not antagonize your children. My God, and I'm not sure if you already said that. So how did you handle that every time she said? And I understand the young kids, maybe you don't know the scripture, and when your mom says, "Honor your father and mother, that it may be well with you," you're like, "Oh, I must honor."
Yeah. At some point, you know how to live with it somehow, but you know what to say and what not to say because you know what triggered her to get.
To get upset.
Yeah. So basically, I just living my own life, not telling so much about school and stuff like that, and yeah, just trying to live and yeah, survival mode again. Like I said, it's just trying to get not into trouble with my mom somehow
Yep.
because you never know when
When she'll
she's
be
in the mood to
triggered.
get trouble or somewhere. And it was always when you get in trouble, it was something stupid. It was so I had some I had my first job on the Saturdays on in Denmark, like I was 13, I think, or 14, something like that. So on a hot summer in Denmark, it's like 40 degrees Celsius or something.
Yeah.
If you very
Yeah.
top
Yeah.
days, you know. But so eventually, I got some soda to drink because that's it's a very hot day. But
Yeah.
my mom said, "Yeah, there's too much sugar in it. You can't handle that." So it always got into trouble, and then I have to go to bed before dinner and stuff like that. And then I had dinner at the next morning and breakfast and stuff like that. It was something so unrealistic. And eventually, if you say no, I didn't have any soda, then she just go on and asking and keep asking, and then you yeah okay, I did
I
have
did
some.
have something.
Yeah,
Fine.
but
Yeah.
but then it was to reach that point that it's all already trouble. And if you didn't drink any, she got into the same trouble. I didn't know how to handle it because if you say no, it will be trouble. Because if you did, you lying, so that you know it's not supposed to do. If you not drinking, you say no, then she goes on and on until you say yes. But even if I didn't drink something, she was always getting so emotional violence. I
Yeah.
think.
And manipulative.
Yeah, exactly. That's the word I
Yeah.
was looking for.
Yeah.
And then sometimes it was like, oh, you like working? Oh, yeah, then you can call your boss and you're saying you don't come 3 Saturdays or something.
Wait.
Because
So everything that you like, she will use it against you as a punishment.
yeah, exactly. That's exactly how I always say it. Because I had how do you call it ATV like a quad, and I loved it.
Like a
And,
four wheel.
yeah,
Yeah.
and when I had some trouble with my mom, and she said, "Yeah, you can't drive it for 3 weeks or 4 weeks." So when I did that, there was more trouble, you know. So she took always the emotional damage.
But that creates, as you grow up, I can understand that you might have been a bit more like in today's world, they call it an how do you call it? An introvert.
Yeah, at home I was an introvert.
At home.
Yeah, because I didn't, I couldn't share anything
Yeah.
because my mom always had a weird opinion about it. If I can say that way.
Wow.
But at school I was always the funny guy, the clown and stuff like that. Always making fun and jokes and stuff
But your
because
parents did not know you like that at all.
no, at that time they didn't know that. It get better somehow, but in Germany I got many fights because I was in a fight mode that days, physically fights with my classmates, and I got to the principal and almost got off school and stuff like that. But
Almost got expelled, yeah.
I don't think my parents did know that at that time. I didn't hear them anything about it. I was so different at school than at home. So yeah, I lived two lives basically that time. If I can,
I get you.
I realize.
Wow, amazing. Let's just take a look at the chat quickly because before we move on. But I'm really, to be honest with you, first of all, I thank God for the man you become. I know we did not get yet to that part, but I just thank God that you are here and that you're sharing your story with us.
Yeah,
It's an honor, it's an humble honor.
yeah, love it.
And yeah, you were always a member of our family. I hope you know that. So proud that you are able to tell your story. That's what Andy Wars house said.
Yeah, Dwarshuis. Yeah,
Dwarshuis.
that's the foster home I got in after my parents divorced.
Amazing.
So that's,
so they are also watching. Thank you so
Exactly.
much. Amazing.
Yeah,
Oh, and I can imagine probably they are really proud of the man you become.
yes, yeah. Basically, I didn't have anything when that time when my parents divorced. We got all placed out of home.
Yeah.
We were 5 children at that time, and
Yeah.
we all got our own place, placed out of the home. So
Wait. That's
yeah. It's for me it's logic because it happened to me, but always when I say that it's always what.
yeah. Slow down for my brain, man. Listen, I come from Africa. I don't know this stuff, so I need to catch up. I'm not gonna be like JC who like says like I'm black and slow, so I'm not. I'm not slow, but I just need you to slow down.
It's okay.
So, you guys, I think I'm jumping if I go there. Oh my God, I don't want to jump. I don't want to jump. Let me go back to the chat. That's what the production said. Go back to the chat. Don't jump because
Yeah, we come later on. It's a part of the story, and
Yeah.
yeah, it's too fast to hop on to jump.
yeah,
now.
yeah, and
That's right.
no, okay. What? Anyway, chat. Yeah, okay, yeah. Dwas House. Thank you so much for your chat. And then from Sana says, what kind of violence did you experience during that time? Or what did a day in your life back then looks like? So let's just deal with it. What when you speak about violence you experienced or you saw happen? I think we spoke about a little bit what happened toward you, your parents beating you. That was type of violence. What kind of violence did you experience during that time at home with your parents?
Yeah, both mental and physical. Like I said, the emotional things I had, she took away from me when as a punishment.
That's a violence, yeah.
And
Sure.
but also going to bed before dinner and stuff like that. But also getting hit with stuff.
Or the belt.
Yeah.
Many people listen.
Or a spoon or the back of the knife.
Anything that is
everything that hits hard. So
back of what now?
the dinner knife, like,
Yeah.
and then the grip then you put it then on your hand. Yeah,
Like this or like this?
it doesn't matter. Both, like in that way, not matter.
Are you for real?
I'm for real. Yeah, I got beaten up literally many times, and at some
Wow.
point it was weekly.
I think many people here, you are watching the program and you can relate to to what you're saying. But I can relate to what you're saying, to be honest with you, because though we can laugh about it now, because I also grew up in the place where it was normal. It was what we knew, the type of discipline. So, and you sometimes even get used to it so much so that
That's right.
you make a choice to do something that you're gonna please you,
Mm,
knowingly very well the consequence that comes.
that's right.
Is Let me ask in the production, how many of you in the studio right now have experienced punishments going to bed hungry at night because you did something wrong? See, very few people experience that. And how many of you have experienced a belt? Nobody. That's how crazy it is. And I remember I used to receive a belt. It's not funny. It's not even something to entertain. Yes, the Bible said, "Do not deprive your child a road," but sometimes we don't punish to discipline. Sometimes we punish to break. And I've seen that some punishment they're really to break, because I remember I used to get a belt as well, and then if you scream, it doubles.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like I said, I didn't have any
Crazy.
friends, so it was the only thing I knew. Like I didn't go out to friends or stuff like that. So when I was at home, I was basically working all
And
day
your
long.
siblings, how was your relationship with your siblings?
Get different.
What?
Like the it's you all of us are different, you know. So it's a very personal relationship, and we all were in survival mode. I can say, and for yeah,
Yeah.
it's a
Wow.
it's a hard thing to talk about because it's I wanted to keep it to my story. You know, I know a lot of them, how they feel about things and stuff and what they got through, but I don't know what I can share and stuff like that. So I don't.
Concerning their life personally.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
it's a very different things. They experience very different things. Like my last December, it was 10 years ago. My parents divorced and stuff like that. So
Last year.
yeah, it's 2015 in
Okay, it was
December.
10 years ago, December. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we got separated, and and last year it was 10 years in 2025. So I was talking to my sister, but she did know the details about that evening, like where my brother was crying and stuff like that. But the only thing I know that evening is that I came home of school. It was raining, like literally raining. I had to have some shampoo, like raining like a
Pouring
shower.
rain.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
that
Like,
was
yeah.
abnormally raining. I came home and we were living in a chalet, like a recreation.
Park. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Big
and
Christian Park. Yeah.
the whole home the living room was full of people from the jeugdzorg, the
The youth
kinderbescherming,
services and the children protection.
yeah,
So, yeah.
stuff like that. So it was for me like, whoa, what's going on here? And more, I don't know anything about it that evening, like personally. And my sister, she told me details like, whoa, why do you know that? And that gave me so much different view on it. Like, yeah, we're all different.
Of
We
course,
had
experienced this
yeah,
differently from different. It's because you came home from
from school that day. Yeah,
Yeah, and your siblings were home, or they were coming from school as well.
yeah, they were on school and
Home school.
already home. I had a long
Okay.
day.
Okay,
That day.
yeah, and then in your biggest surprise, the house is packed with all these people who come.
Yeah, take us.
Yeah, who came to take you, and that was here in the Netherlands, right?
In the Netherlands, yeah. We little bit of jumping.
Yeah, we did a little jump. Let's say, my God. So we're just gonna go back, beloved viewers. I promise you, we get to that part of the story because I don't want us to jump too soon and keep bringing them. And I just saw in the chat, and my sweet girl says here we also got a belt or a stick. So So and let me just go through the chats quickly because I think the chat is really active and I don't want to miss anything. We cover that while the chat say that's crazy having two violent parents yet becoming someone so happy. Did you hear that? It's crazy. It is crazy because sometimes when you hear violence in a household, it always comes from one side. It could be the father, it could be the mother, and often one of them will be the one who is there for the children, so to speak. Will try to mend the situation to help the children experience some love. But from your side, it was both sides.
Yeah, that is what we saw.
Yeah.
But in the end, my dad told me after they got divorced that my mom always said to him, "Yeah, do this, do that." So she was very manipulating and stuff like that.
But that's also, I'm so sorry, nothing, but that's also easy.
That's right. I understand.
Because, I mean,
But when I look at at my parents after the divorce, my dad was just say to us, "Go, live your life, and here I am if you need me."
so was it like a different man, that's what you're trying to say?
No, he was just saying like, "If you need me, I'm here,"
Okay.
and just, but he don't wanted to force it.
Mm,
And my mom was like, "Yeah, why you're not coming?
Okay.
And all of us have troubles to get to my mom now, because my mom always
It's
thinks
very
something.
demanding.
Yeah, she's very. If she, a few years back, she said, "Yeah, you wanted to be a farmer back in the days, right? So let's start a farm." I said, How can I start a farm these days? Like,
Your mom said that.
yeah, like together start a farm with her. Like, why? I didn't have any relationship with her anymore, like a good thing. I just came there once in the 2 years or stuff like that, because I don't know if she's happy or if she's just getting trouble, because one time I'm doing great and stuff like that, and the other time it was, yeah, you should do that and should do this. That you never know what kind of meeting
Trouble
it
you
will
were
be. Yeah.
in with her, with
So
her.
why
Yeah.
so why should I start a farm? And I said, yeah, how do you see that? How do you see to start a farm with me?
Yeah.
She said, yeah, I'm gonna tell if you say yes. Like, what? Why should I say yes to just a big mystery box?
Yeah.
Like,
It's like a Pandora's box.
yeah,
It's like just say yes first, and then
yeah,
it's like, Mom, this is not Avatar.
no,
I mean, seriously.
yeah.
But
So
that's
she's just, yeah,
okay. Is it? Do you think? And really, we all have, and I love what you say. We all have a different view on what happened, so you cannot speak for your siblings and stuff like that.
no, I
And
don't want to.
Yeah,
I want
yeah.
them their
They-
story.
they have to share-
I'm focused on my story.
Maybe we should invite you
Yeah,
one time with your siblings here.
if they want.
Yeah, to come and share
yeah.
their story as well.
Sure.
Because it would be nice to really, because I think once the more you talk about it, the more you get out of you as well, and then you empower each other. You learn a few
That's
things
right.
that you did not know that the experience. I cannot wait. So you should share. Did you share the link with them?
Yeah, she
Okay.
was when my sister was watching.
Amazing.
Said-
Yeah, I'm curious what she think about your
So-
side of the story.
Yeah.
But do you think your mom, especially, and I don't like labels. No, before I go there, let me just look at the chat, because the chat says something was very profound. Okay, what was reported? What were the signals people were getting? What is something we should be watchful of when reading signals of children who are in a violent home? Okay, chat, let me tell you one thing. Give me one question at a time.
They're just tipping and tipping.
I'm telling you
Get
this. I love it. I love that you guys are enthusiastic and everything. But please just drop me one question at a time. Let's deal with one question at a time. Let's just get one. What was reported, you think, in your view?
At the end, my dad stepped to get help.
When you came home, you found those people at home. It was
But-
because of the step that your dad took?
Yes, my dad did do the step to get help at the end. And I know from people, friends of mine, before that they wrote some letters to my mom, and then we moved again, because when we came in the Netherlands in 2015, the first week we lived by some friends of my dad, and then we got in a house, we got a renting house, but that was on the corner of the street, like you could see
Cars passing by.
75% of the house you can see when you pass by, you know. So my mom wasn't happy about that.
Oh,
So
because she was
in the
being
end,
revealed.
yeah, because the world gonna see what's gonna happen.
Yes.
And at the end, some friends of mine, some older friends of mine, they wrote a letter to my mom from what you're doing is not supposed to do. And then, in that summer of the 2015, we moved again to a recreation park, where we lived in a chalet with 7 people. That's way too small, I can tell you. And with and my and my 3 brothers, 4 of us, we slept in a little shed beside it, like 4 meters by 5 meters,
Yes.
and that's it. And then in December it collapsed. My dad went to get help. So I understand when we jump a little back, like you said, it's easy to say for my dad. Yeah, but it wasn't easy for him as well.
Yeah, because that's what I really want to ask, and it's. But first of all, I want you to read the second last chat.
Yeah, that's my sister. She's still watching.
I thought so. That's amazing.
I
Thank
love
you
you.
so much. Yeah, that's amazing. So, and I want to say something that it might be sounds like attacking your father, but it's not. When I think about farming, I see a strong man.
Yes.
I see a man who has authority of his family, a man who stands on business, a man who directs his family where to go. But I don't see the picture of your father. Your mom is in control. Your mom is the one almost directing the family, forcing him to say or do things that he doesn't want to do. As a man, it doesn't make sense. If you understand what I mean.
Yeah, I very understand what you mean. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, my dad, I didn't. In my whole life, I didn't meet anyone who was that strong as my dad. He could pull a cow.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and yeah, I think my mom is very good mentally.
Good manipulator.
Manipulations and stuff like that. A
And
little
you said
too good.
A little too good. They are Christians, right?
Yes.
Yeah, because I'm like because it's and funny enough, and I know many people are watching might be able to relate to this. That you have today, they call them how do you call these people today? Narcissistic behavior. People who have Jezebel spirit, and for those who are Christian, man, understand what I mean by Jezebel spirit. A spirit that is able to speak. When they speak like a snake.
Yeah.
It's
exactly.
soft, it's gentle, it touches you to the heart, and you know very well it's not okay, it's not good, I shouldn't do it. But for some reason, it's just you feel powerless.
Yeah.
So
just like the farm idea, like my mom said. Like, yeah. You wanted to be a farmer, right? So start a farm with me.
With me.
Yeah.
So that
sure, I still want to be a farmer, but it's not
gonna be
not not in these times, you know.
Yeah.
And it's okay for me. I got new plans, new dreams.
Come on, preach it, brother. That's what I love what the chat said. It's like, how can you be raised like that and still be a happy person? So let me just get to the other chats that was there. We were at the second part of that question. What were the signals people were getting? Obviously, you already explained that.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
Because you're living on a corner house, so people saw.
They saw literally what was going on.
And they sent some letters and stuff like that.
Yeah, but later on, when we moved, we were on the back on the park and stuff like that. So nobody, it was a dead end. So nobody
could see.
there was exactly.
Of course, I understand why your mom want that. I mean, if it's every psychopath want to make sure. Forgive my French, but it's, for all due respect to your mom, you know. But every psychopath want to be in a place that is isolated, farmhouse, or have a huge house where before you can even see their house, there is a long pathway to get to the house. So
exactly,
it is easy to cover your track that way.
She still lives there.
Really?
Yeah, my mom did move, and when I come there, it's like going back in time 10 years.
But you were living there with more people, different people, right?
On the park, but on that we were just our own. Yeah, with our 7 people, and my mom stayed there.
It's a recreation park, you said.
Yeah, exactly. But
are you even allowed to live there longer there?
in law not, but it's gedoogd. Like they see it through the fingers. Like
Yeah,
if you do.
simplify the rules.
Yeah, but
Almost like this. They English word. They tolerate it.
yeah, yes, exactly. They tolerate it that you live there. So
But you cannot be registered officially, can you?
some way it does because she do. I don't know the rules. I don't
Well,
want to
when
say
you're a
something
psychopath,
that's
you
not.
can get away with anything. So let's just move on to the next part of the question because this particular person asked 3 questions in one. Lord have mercy. What is something we should be watchful of when reading signals of children who are in violent home? What would you advise? Like something that you should observe, you should be aware of for a child who you might think is in a abusive home?
Yeah, that's a very good question.
We can also come back to it later.
Yeah,
if you
let's do
prefer.
that. I have some parts to
Yep.
tell more later.
Okay. We production take notes, remind us,
Yeah.
so we can come back to
Nice.
to this question later. It's a good question, but I think it is a better question for at the end of the show. Yeah. So now, this one Miriam said, how did your I'm so sorry. I mean, I don't want to call names, but I did. How did your parents' faith affect your faith, and how did you stay strong in your faith, even if you had these experiences? My God. I think also this is a good question, but I'd like us to take note of it because this is a question that will take us to how
yeah,
you
to now,
transition
yeah.
to faith. Yeah.
That's right.
So please, production, take note of that question again. It's a powerful question. Thank you guys for
So many good questions.
yeah, let them
That's
come. Let them come.
Just
let them
popping
come.
up.
Yeah, let them come. So next question, next chart I want to read is a chart that says, "You are an amazing man, and we are happy we know you. It's amazing how you turn things around and what happened to you, to the nice and brave young man you are now." And
Yes.
I'll even add, young, firm owner man that you are now, with your own farm with the 300 cows, whatever, and a bunch of goats and a ostrich. And I agree. I reckon with that chart. And also the chart said again, I think this is a question. How do you think you can help a child when you notice something like this is happening? Oh, that's production. I hope you guys are taking notes because
Some good questions for later on
yeah,
because
we're
I have
gonna yeah.
some activities I do where they perfect.
Beautiful. Please stay till the end of the program because we're gonna answer many of these questions. Okay. It's really amazing the strength you have to share your story. It's not easy to remember those painful moments. Indeed, it's not.
No,
Yeah, it's not. And we are
but
yeah,
I'm very happy to talk about it because
Yeah.
I know that's the best way to get
to get a healing that you need.
yes,
and to
because
help
I can
others.
now talk about it without emotions. Like at the beginning, I was crying very fast and yeah, getting touched because it's a lot, you know.
So,
That's I know that, but
just in case.
yeah,
So don't.
thanks.
Yeah.
So, but I'm happy to share it, and I know that if I share it, it get people new hope
Indeed.
sometimes,
100%.
and if it's only one, I can give some new hope and some not some hope like I hope tomorrow gets
Yeah.
some good weather, but
Yeah.
hope for something that good times are coming. Not like hope for good weather. Oh, it's raining, but raining when it's raining, so the seeds are growing. So raining is good. Sun is good. I don't bother about the weather because I love nature. But
Indeed.
it's some people in the Netherlands we basically always bothering about the weather. Oh, it's too hot, it's too cold, it's too raining, it's too snowy. It's always something. But the hope I
Maybe
want,
that's where your mom got it from.
yeah,
Go on,
exactly.
please.
But the hope I want to give is the hope I have.
Yes.
That I had. I and always will have. Like the hope for more. Like I know when I looking back, I know I wasn't alone. I felt a lot loneliness and alone. back in the days because I didn't have anything. Back in Denmark, I considered to go away and walk away from home back to the
Wow.
Netherlands. Like how
You wanted to
it,
walk back home.
when I got
Yes.
in the top of the Netherlands,
Mm.
like 400 kilometers, I didn't know how to do, but I couldn't left my brothers and sisters behind me because what what's gonna happen when I'm
To
going?
them, what's gonna happen to
You
them?
know, it's
Indeed.
it was a very hard time that day because it was very I was very seriously considering to walk away, but I couldn't left my sister and my brothers behind me because I don't know how my mom will react.
Mm.
Yeah,
True.
and that it's a couple of weeks it was going through my head and going, yeah, considering how to do it on a way I will survive, but I didn't know I didn't have anything.
Mm.
But whether how could I prepare my for a trip like that? Going
Yeah.
on the computer and printing out some maps. Yeah, my mom eventually will
We
see it.
found
So
out, yeah,
yeah, so
when you'll be in big trouble.
exactly. So
So your mom actually, what other people have with their parents as a source of safety, source of strength, for you it was like a terror, a fear factor.
yeah.
It's like when somebody wanting to have a nightmare, just to say your mom is coming.
Yeah. I
You
hope
know,
not.
oh my god! You see, it's been.
Yeah.
I think that's so crazy to understand. Family is that the relationship we have with our parents. For those who have a good relationship with their parents, and you're hearing the testimony of our amazing guest for tonight, Renzo, value that relationship. If you have a parent
Yes.
that loves you, that honors you, that are looking after you, value it. Please do value it, because I also hear story of parents who, because we're not putting all parents in these brackets, like how your parents were. I know that for the fact that not all parents are like that, and I know that you guys will grow up to be amazing parents also because of what you've been through. But I also know that there are children out there that are demons to their parents. Really, there are children out there that are demonic. That's why the scripture in Ephesians 6 comes along. It's like honor your father and mother, which is the first commandment with the promise. So I encourage you guys to hear Renzo's testimony and let it empower you, let it encourage you to love those parents who are doing everything in their power to be good parents to you, right?
Yeah.
Because only you wish your mom could one time look at you, all of you, and say, I am proud of y'all. And then you have parents tell you every day how much they're proud, and we take it for granted.
Yeah. But I'm not saying I'm perfect. I'm not saying anyone is perfect, but there's always something going on somewhere, But I've I'm not wishing anybody the story I have,
I
and
can only imagine.
I'm very happy I did go through it because at the end I'm so happy to share it and give people hope, and sometimes I hear reactions like, oh, yeah, I'm getting angry because I can't go out on Friday night to 3 a.m. but only to 12. But now I hear your story and it's that's nothing. So it's putting things so much in
In
perspective,
perspective, yes.
and that's so amazing.
Mm,
And I think at the end, and it's worth it. I
indeed.
think, and it's really like God took the bad things and make them good. Like I got so much discipline back in the days on the farm, working hard, very hard, and but now I know I started my own company and I know what to work, and I know
Yeah.
I'm not seeing results every day, but I know somewhere my dream's coming true.
Somewhere the seed is planted.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I'm so I'm somewhere happy to getting through all of this, but I don't think I will be the same me if I did I it, with the what if question.
Yeah, the what if question. Yeah, and I think sometimes it's really good to retrospect the what if questions because uh, if you just go back a little bit, I remember my life story, and that's a different story. I don't even want to compare it. I don't even want to focus on me right now. I want to focus on you. But I remember that young kids, the Renzo was, you come running in the room. Let's just go back to Denmark for a moment,
Mm-hmm.
okay? Before you guys move, you come, school is trying to send help at home. The school system is like, okay, there's something going on. We need to figure out what it is. We need to come talk to your parents or investigate or whatever, whatever. And you come home by yourself.
Mm-hmm.
The parents said, tomorrow you guys are leaving.
Mm-hmm.
It was not the first time you experienced this. Your reaction was what?
Yeah, what? I don't know. I think I think it was very okay. Let's go.
Let's go.
Survival mode.
Because you are mute.
I couldn't say
Yeah,
anything about it.
of course, you are mute. You are immune to this, to the whole shenanigan. So you pack your room. You pack everything. You like you pack your stuff that you had. You pack everything in your car, in your trucks. Every you
Yeah,
just
we
put
went with a
everything.
car with a hanger on it. Or how do you call it? Like
Yeah, with a
a
trailer.
trailer.
Yeah, with a
Yeah,
trailer on it.
all
And you
the
guys came to the
languages.
Netherlands. So now, guys, this story is deep. This story is amazing. We'll touch ground on it as much as we can. I don't want us to rush through it so that Renzo has a proper time to share his story. What happened? Are we? It seems like we are off, and we are back again. My goodness. As I said, we're dealing with all kind of things. And I know it's very spiritual. So if you're watching the program with us, please keep sharing. And if you miss some stuff because of I don't know what's going on, we are also recording it. So once we check the live stream, we'll see what went wrong, and we will post again the whole story. So it is well. We are covered. So as I was saying, now we are officially in the Netherlands. Yeah, yes, we are back. They say, beloved, please pray for this program. The testimony of Renzo is powerful, and I know it's shaking the kingdom of darkness. So then again, the enemy is gonna try shenanigan, but we are more than conquerors in Christ. Okay. If there's anything on Facebook, guys, let us know. Production. Is it your first time here? Please like, share this link with friends and family, and make sure you subscribe so that we can reach out to as many people as possible with this powerful testimony from Renzo. Okay, now we're in the Netherlands. You are packed in the cars and the trailer. Everybody, you guys were sitting in the car or in the trailer. I don't know.
We were sitting in the car. I had the
Okay.
smallest place.
Oh, you are the
All
smallest
time.
place. Okay, all the time.
All the time, back in the car, smallest place with my knees up to my face, sitting
Why?
8 hours. I
You?
don't know. I was the tallest person of all, but I always got the small place. I had some weird stuff if you think about it, but
Yeah, that's
and
crazy.
when we stopped to put new gas in the car, I didn't go out because when I go out I got stretched, and then it was way worse when I got back in. So I just sat there, and yeah, stayed.
Oh, because if you
A
got
little window where I could look out, seeing cars and watching traffic.
that's torture, man.
But
That's abuse.
yeah, that's right. That's why I'm not.
And
That's why my parents divorced me.
what
But
did your father say? Or when all this is happening, I can't fathom. What was the man saying?
it, nothing at that part, I think. But it was, I always got the little place because all the other my younger brothers, they were much smaller, and they started crying if they because they were my sister's 4 years younger, and my youngest
Okay.
brother is 12 years younger than I.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so that's
Oh my God.
a very big difference. So I
That's a
was
huge
just you
gap, yeah.
sit there and you shut up basically,
So
and
you have to take the punches actually most of the time.
in my opinion, yes, but they
Yeah.
did. I know they did a
Also
lot of
got,
two.
yeah,
I
true.
would not. I would. They. Yeah.
Yeah, not
Yeah.
on the extent of you as an oldest, of course.
No, but
Yeah,
we all had our own
our share fair.
punishments,
Yeah,
and I don't. I only know a little bit of it,
of
what they
theirs. Yeah, yeah,
they did go through.
yeah.
But uh, yeah, I had my own punishment somewhere
Mm,
and
mm,
stuff like
mm.
that.
Lord have mercy. So you guys drove back, and I think I can estimate because I've drove to Denmark as well a couple
Mm,
times. How long did it take you guys to drive from Denmark to the Netherlands?
it was with a trailer, so probably about. No, I have no it. It was. We left 5 o'clock, and we were 15:30 in the Netherlands.
The
On the
next day,
place where no, it was same day. Like
you left
in the morning,
5:30
in the
a.m.
morning, a.m. and p.m.
You
5:30 we were there. So like 12 hours.
really?
Yeah, just
Oh,
driving.
driving fast.
Yeah, not
Yeah,
stopping.
not
That's
stopping. Yeah,
that's
yeah,
when you go on vacation. Lots of people stop very often, but that's
yeah.
taking very much time.
Exactly. But you guys,
Just drive.
you guys were part of the almost like the oh man, the things that I want to say that might get me in trouble. So anyway, let me don't say it. But it sounds like an army formation type of part
Yeah,
of
I got used to it to sit in 9 hours in a car
yeah,
because we went sometimes
yeah,
on holiday to the Netherlands and stuff like that.
crazy.
That's I realized that later on in life than when I went on holiday by my
Yeah,
own with a whole group
yeah.
that we stopped sometimes and I was like,
What are you guys doing?
why are we stopping? Why are we all getting out? And
You're
it was
wasting
very
time.
new for me because it was like to Sweden like 24 hours driving. I was like, okay, we
Let's
just
do it.
sitting and let's go.
Yeah. And people are like, no, Renzo.
No, we're gonna step out and have some
Yeah,
fun. And so I
yeah.
went out and I was stretching and jumping and having fun, and then we're going back in.
Freedom. You're like, yes.
Yes. So
Wow.
yeah, but then that's some moments that I realized indeed that it's some kind of
Was
torture.
abuse. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Crazy. Now but how about your extended family? Can you tell us a little bit how was that? Your extended family, like uh, um, brothers and to your father, to your mother. How? What role did they play in your family, in your upbringing?
Yeah, I my parents both got out of a home where there were trouble too, back in the days.
Mm.
So there wasn't some. Yeah, my dad by my dad at home there were 5 children as well, and there were 3 of them who left home.
Oh, really?
So there, I think normally it's math minus plus minus is plus, but to me it was minus and minus
Mm.
gives minus minus minus.
It was just minus,
Yeah,
minus. Yeah.
yeah.
Wow.
It wasn't math, but
Yeah, I get you. I get it's you. You know, your own personal experience type of math. You know, nobody can explain it. So I understand it. Okay, so basically, your uncles, your aunties, there were no help. So you couldn't even
no,
rely on them.
now I have
Yeah.
only contact with one uncle,
Okay.
and he's from the, like I say, the cold side of the family. Like he's married to was married to the sister of my dad.
Mm-hmm.
So he's now just a friend. He always is, and he has some. So he's amazing. Like I come there and I say, oh, can I sleep? Yes, sure. You know the place where I sleep and stuff like that. I can go there anytime, anywhere, and
Okay.
he has the same passion for the techniques and stuff like that. And so yeah, that's amazing. But
It's good
that's
at
the
least.
only I have. My family, personal family, is just some couple of friends who stands close to me, and that's my family. You don't touch them.
It's a scripture. The Bible said there's a friend who's closer than a brother.
Mm.
So it's so good to have at least those type of people. Okay, amazing. Let's just move on because your story is deep and I'm seeing so many link
Yeah.
where we want to go. But you guys come back to the Netherlands. Were there people waiting to receive you guys, or just your family on your own again?
Yeah, the first week we lived by people of my father's friends in
Mm-hmm.
the house, and then we went to that rental house. But
And how was that living with your father's friend?
Chaotic.
Yeah.
We came there at Friday afternoon, and for me it was like I lived in Germany, in Denmark, and for me school wasn't something. They didn't know what school I could go to, like my niveau, like what I could do. So I was just there with their son, who is a truck driver, and one of he had a company, has a company,
Yeah.
truck company, and I went with a driver of him, and went the whole week on the road, just watching cars again, but on a
That's
very
crazy.
nice thing. So my alarm goes off like 5 in the morning, and I was going to the truck and then being the passenger.
Because you came when you were 17, right, to the Netherlands? Yeah.
But I was the passenger, so I
Yeah.
was just
No, I understand. Yeah.
So and later on, that truck driver became a very good friend of mine. And later on, I lived there 1.5 month before I got in my foster family, like the one who put in the chat
Yeah.
before.
Oh, wow.
So it was. I went there a lot of times, and now also sometimes a year I go there and just having fun.
Amazing. By the way, you just get a shout out in Germany. I can't read it. Maybe you can. The last one.
Renzo, hey, es war eine tolle Zeit mit dir früher in Deutschland. Ja,
I have no
Dankeschön. Ich kann nicht wirklich sehen, wie du bist. Aber Dankeschön.
Yeah, I can't see also who that is.
So,
The last one I understand what you say. So what did you say? Can you translate it?
yeah,
to us?
it was a very nice time back in the days in Germany. So,
Oh,
that's
really?
what he's saying. But I can't recognize the
If you
one who is saying this. So, just.
if you will drop us in.
Nice, Jonas. Dankeschön. Nice.
That's nice to connect with people like this again. Amazing.
Yeah, Hardorf. Yeah, there where we lived. No,
Yeah.
that's the little town. Nice.
Amazing.
Nice you're watching.
That's amazing. That's so powerful.
Going global.
So basically, you guys come from Denmark now. You are living with the friends of the family. They don't know what to do with you because, yeah,
Yeah.
your skills level, probably the things you learn at the farming, is above the skills of those children who are of your age. You
Yeah.
learn to survive, the things you have to deal with, the emotional maturity. You are forced. So basically, you are almost like a boost to grow quickly. Eventually, yes.
For my age, I was very old.
Yeah, of
That's
course.
right.
No,
But
not
on-
old. We don't
but-
use old in English.
Yeah,
You're
that's right.
mature. You are very
Yeah,
mature.
exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
But I wasn't. But in some ways, so I didn't know anything. Because when I got in my foster home, I realized that I went in church and we had some same age group, and they talked about football, soccer, and Formula One and stuff like that, and I was like, okay, but I don't care. You just kick
You're
a
like-
ball and run again.
Like, what is that?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
Formula One.
I was talking about company and entrepreneuring and farming, and it was a whole different story.
You see?
That was
Yeah.
a distance that I didn't realize I had to my to the say.
To the people of your age.
Yeah.
And which is actually crazy to if you think about it, because many children who grow up at a farmhouse, they learn to be entrepreneur. They learn to take care of cattle. They learn to be a parent. That's why in all this conversation, the picture of your dad in his relation to your mom is just a bit peculiar to me. It's like something it's a puzzle that I don't understand. And then I can only justify it by the manipulative, narcissistic behavior side of your mom. And that's really me trying to be kind toward your dad and understand, because as parents, when you seeing your partner being abusive and you just allow it to be for the sake of maybe you love them or fear or something toward your children, it's something that I pray that the heaven will understand when you're in front of God, because I always say this atrocity, atrocity. If you sing atrocity and you do nothing about it, you are complicit.
Yeah.
You're really complicit. If you're something doing abusive things and you say nothing, you're complicit. So Jonas says, "Miss you, brother from another mother." So basically,
Nice.
yeah,
Thanks.
that's you and me. So now you go into the house where, as we jumped, everything now happened. Okay, you is it when you left that friend? Is it when you went? No, you went to the park. You went to the
Yeah, we went to
recreation
the
park.
park, and
Yeah,
then
from the park,
that's summer 2015,
and it was
and
very tiny home.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
very tiny.
yeah.
The and then in December the family fell apart. We got separated. That we were.
You went to the park, and then you went back. You went to that corner house. Is it the
No,
corner
the corner
house?
house was
Is
first.
yeah? Is that what your friend, your father's friend's house?
No, that was a week. A
Okay,
week, only a
okay.
week
Only
in
a
January.
week.
Yeah, only a week there, and then we got
Only
that
a
corner
week.
house
Yeah.
rental, and then we went to that park in the same
Okay.
year, like
Yeah.
in January, the last what was it? It was the 28th of January where we went to that.
It's crazy how you remember these dates. It's like
Yeah, because my youngest brother, he has his birthday the 3rd of February, so we went on buying gifts on that first day, and my parents had the meeting, and then that night we heard we gonna move. So yeah, and in the first place it was the bank who did something, and later on I heard they want to investigate what is going on at home. That was so. At the
wow.
first place, we didn't know why we wouldn't leave.
We're leaving
Uh-huh.
because they told you the bank who
The
is
bank,
its fault.
because the bank already had a bad name to us, you know.
Yeah, exactly. So it's
So it was
easy to
very
use
easy.
them
Yeah.
to manipulate you.
Mhm.
Oh my god! And then you guys, that's when you guys went to the park.
Yeah, the park was
Yeah.
in July or June, something like that,
Yeah.
or maybe
Yeah.
May. Yeah, somewhere,
So-
somewhere around then. I don't
Yeah,
know
and
exactly.
then it's a bit busy time then of the year.
Yeah, so but then we went there on the park, lived there
Mm.
with 7 people, and in the living room, the size of the studio. So
Wow, crazy. And there, that's when your father, thank God, he came to his senses. It's like we need to
yeah,
pull the plug. It's time. It's time,
time to
to save my children.
exactly.
But then, for me, in my opinion, that's when the worst, even more worse, happened. Because through all these things that you guys are going through,
Yeah, we were
you
all
guys had
together.
each other.
Yes, that's right. And then I had nothing. That's a very hard time.
Yeah.
I didn't have enough money. I was zero. I had nothing. Everything I worked for. My mom had her own bank account for me till I'm 18,
Mhm.
but I wasn't 18 that day. So later on, all the money I earned with my job on the Saturdays, she took it for me, and I didn't see anything about it. So
She's,
I'm okay with that because I don't wanna bother her anymore. It doesn't give me anything anymore. I just let her live her life.
so she even
She stole money
she
from me.
stole the money that you were saving up.
Yeah. So I had nothing when I got in my foster home, and when I
They pull you guys apart. 5 of you
Mhm.
went in 5 separate places.
exactly.
But why would the system do that though? Because there's no family that could receive you guys.
The complexity of our situation was so
Severe,
high that
yeah.
it was do you to just find someone who wants 5 of them.
It's hard.
So
Yeah.
that's because I was 17 already.
Ooh,
So
yeah.
find a home where you want to have. Here we have a boy of 17. He has many issues. Good luck. Or what do you do? Well, he has also 3 brothers and a sister. Do you want them too? It's a hard question.
Yeah.
And I think at the end of it, I think it's the best. It was the best for us because now we all living our own life, basically on finding ourselves. Because very in the beginning, I got when we were together on birthday parties and stuff like that. I really felt we felt back in the old patterns. Like
Okay.
it's always a kind of tension, and that's a very hard thing because you lived your whole life. I 17 years and the other one less, but you are brothers and sister, but how do you do together something? You know, we have our own package, but what can I say? What joke can I make? Do you like that? You know what I
Oh
mean.
yeah,
You
the
don't know.
constant
You don't know
what to
what the
say and
other
what to
one
trigger
is going to.
somebody.
Yeah, because I was going through do the some psychology help and
Psychology.
stuff like that. So I got help from getting in touch with my dad again, and that was hard times too. And at one point I just broke the contact for some years, and then later on we started again. But at the first place, I saw he was my dad, so I expected him to be my dad in a vision what I had to be a dad, but he couldn't live up to that. He couldn't be the dad that at that time that I saw as a
That you
dad.
needed. Yeah.
And I think at the same way he saw me as a son and had some expectations. Both had some expectations to each other. We couldn't live together up to. So that was just some trouble again. So then it was for me, then nothing.
Yeah.
Just
No
some
need.
me time.
Yeah, because it's normal for you to have an expectation for your dad to be there. For you.
Somewhere, yeah.
Yeah, it is normal because you've never been there for me.
Yeah. But
So
but at the end, I speak him weekly, and now I have I lived nearby, and I'm very happy that for the contact we have now and stuff like that.
I hope he's watching this though.
Yeah, maybe what he was saying it's English, so he had some trouble with English. He can,
Come on.
but I hope he's
The man
watching.
lives in multiple countries. I mean,
Yeah, I hope. Yeah, he just using all the languages he knows in one sentence. It's very
Yeah.
amazing to see how he does that.
yeah, and amazing to have children who can understand
Yeah.
us. Yeah,
So
that's amazing. Oh wow! But y- obviously, you can't speak on the experiences of your sister. How was it for you, first of all? No, even before that, let's just acknowledge the family that took you. 17 years old.
I was 17. Yeah.
It's not easy.
Oh, that's right. And they was like, I later on I talked to them and I was like, how did you do that? What were your faults about it?
Yeah.
They were like, yeah, we could strengthen you up and then give you loosen up you little bit by bit. But you used to tighten up, so that wouldn't help anything. That was basically what I say. But
Yeah.
so we just loosen up all of it, and then you just walk by yourself against the lamp, like you say, like it's the saying says. So,
Wow.
and that's what they did. I learned the hard way sometimes.
Yeah.
And they said, yeah, we told you, but you did it.
Listen.
So, and that was some very good times. And at that time, I went to an education, mechatronica, like technician and stuff. And then at the last year, I went to the army where I had my internship as a civilian, so not as a military, but a civilian. And there I learned so much. I learned those guys are there on mission and stuff like that. Like they 24/7 together.
Yeah.
And the way they are, their self together, that inspired me to be myself, to look after who I am. Because I know that that realization that I had there, that gave me the power to look for me who I am. Because I'm still that funny clown back in the days on school, but that time it was a mask. And now I can put the mask off and talk about my story behind the mask like now. But also I'm the funny guy and sometimes and having fun and making the jokes and stuff like that. And I'm now that time I realized that I have to know who I am, because I'm the only one, me, myself, and those three have to get together. Otherwise you can't work life.
It's so true.
And I want to work life,
I hear you 100%.
So
Wow.
and then in 2015 and 16 I went to a camp in the Netherlands also, where for the first time ever people saw me. Like that the organization, it's a camp 15, 16, 17 years old.
Hmm.
People,
How did you
youth.
come across this camp, by the way?
My parents in 2015 they put me there. Like, oh, you have a camp you did there way back in 2004 maybe, somewhere like there. I went to the younger age camp, and then it was like, yeah, you did there before, so we found it again, and here you go. So
Which parents part of exactly?
my own parents in
Your parents,
2015.
okay,
So
yeah,
we were
2015,
still
yes.
together
Yes.
in not a so good environment, but
But that was before you moved to the Netherlands, then.
no, in 2015 it was in the
Okay,
Netherlands.
okay.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was in that summer. And then I went to that camp, and they saw me who I am, and they gave me some the trust that I could do stuff like that, help them building the games up and like that,
They trusted
the
you,
6 camps and stuff like that, and I. I started to see myself and trusted myself, and they saw me through my mask. They saw who I am, and
How?
that one person I'm still in contact with, and he saw me. He saw who I am, and they talked to me, and I could cry there for the first time about my situation, even if I was still in that situation. And later on, in 2016, I got there on my own. I thought, yeah, I was in that foster home, and I thought, yeah, I'm going to that camp
I'm going to
again
that camp.
because
Yeah.
it was so amazing. But then I had a whole a building up from the other camp, and so it built up and built up, and then I went 3 years in on top camp, like they call it. It's 18 plus. Then we go. I've been 2 times to Sweden and 1 time to Croatia. And in Sweden we built a raft out of timbers and then just the river down the river for 5 days. That was amazing.
Amazing.
And I learned so much about myself that I really could go through a lot for the others and give everything. And in 2020, I wanted to go for the last time to Top Camp to Austria, but then Corona came, COVID, and it was like, okay, no,
Yeah.
it cancelled all of it.
Yeah.
And I was very sad, but for me it was the last time because of my age, and also I wanted to be a leader on that camp for 15, 16, 17 years, the year after. But then, a few weeks before the camp started, the rules gotten loosened up from
Okay, from COVID.
from the COVID. So they was like, yeah, you can have a camp inside of the Netherlands. So they asked me, do you want to be a leader? I said yes.
Of course.
And that's
And it is a Christian camp, just
it's
to,
a Christian
for
camp,
the viewers.
exactly.
Okay,
And
yeah.
that's where I went, and it was in our own bubble, like parents putting their children off and then drive away
Yeah.
immediately and stuff like that. It was a
Really?
very our own bubble. And,
Well, it's
it
like a
didn't go-
scout thingy.
Yeah, it was on a academician place on a farm, and there we had our stuff. And but it was with 40 of that youth, and then
40 youth. Yeah.
12 leaders, like one of me. But it was so amazing to see, to do what I got there, and that's why I'm still doing it.
Amen.
It's every year. I'm working. I have a normal job. I have my own company in my free time. I'm hoping one day to, somewhere starting growing in it. But 1 week in the year I'm not working, and that's that week, because I know that there are a lot of people in broken homes.
Amazing.
And I feel them, because I know what it is to be in a broken home, and it's not that I'm be like in day one, like, I'm broken home, this that, it's not so funny, and I have been there too. No, I'm the funny guy. I'm the funny guy.
Yes.
Let them be funny with me. And at the end of the day, when we're going to sleep, I say, guys, just a half an hour, then we're going to sleep. And a half an hour later, they quiet, because they know because when I say yes, it's yes. When I say no, it's no.
You're real with them.
Exactly. And later on in that week, there's always a campfire, and at that fire, I'm sharing my story. and that's where they know, and where I live for. Like I know what where people are going through. I know the backstory because their parents put that in the with the
You're right.
yeah, with the registration and stuff
Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
So I know a little bit of them, but I don't I, I basically I don't care what they are saying or they are labeled of. I want to see them
Yes.
because I
The
know
authentic self.
yeah, because I know that's so much more worth of it than you have that label, so I have to treat you like this. No, I want to know you. What do you want?
Yeah.
And that's what I feel like sharing God's love. Like it's not sharing, it's not share. It's multiplying.
Yeah.
God's love is multiplying it when you share it. It's not like an apple when I share it with you. You have one, I have one. No, it's sharing. It's multiplying. It's getting more love, and that's so beautiful of God's love, and that's so powerful for me that I can do that for those youth and see them grow in such a week.
Come
And
on. Yeah.
that's the hope I always got and have, and I want to give that hope to other people.
That's amazing because one of my next question was actually about passing on what you've received, and I wanted to ask what was the most important thing you wanted to give to the next generation, and you say is the hope.
Yeah, hope not the hope like I told them for nice weather, but hope
No,
that
like
there
the
is.
real
It's
authentic.
bad now, but
Come
there
on.
will be good times. Like
Ooh,
like
man,
the
beautiful.
Job in the Bible. Like
Yes.
he had such a lot of things, and Satan was
Happening
like,
to him.
let that take away, and he kept faith,
Yes.
and he got it multiple times back again.
Back, yeah.
That's
Even
how
like
God works.
yes.
Um,
Okay, there's a question in the chat with this topic. Yeah, what we're gonna do? Let's just go through and then please remain with us, chat viewers, and we will know at the end the show. We'll just go through all the questions in the chat. So production, please just mark it out for us so we know which questions are there, so we can just cover them all at once, so we don't get drift off. Yeah, if you guys don't mind. So yeah, what you want to give to the next generation, you say, is giving not hope tomorrow is gonna rain, hopefully we'll have some good weather. No, they're like the authentic hope in whatever circumstances you find yourself in, like Psalm 23 hope. When you find yourself into the valley of the shadow of death, you know, it says, I'll be there with you because I'll take you through it, and I'm preparing a table before you in the presence of your enemy,
exactly.
and I'm anointing your head with oil and your cup runs over. That's just powerful.
Yeah, sometimes it's like we feel like we are in a dark tunnel and don't see anything, and if we touch the walls, it hurts our hands.
Indeed.
But then sometimes, eventually, it becomes day, and then you realize you're in a beautiful garden, and that there were roses you touched. Like it's not a tunnel; that's our own mind who's saying that. You're placed somewhere beautiful, and you just have to know where you are. That's how
That's beautiful.
that's why I'm
Beautiful
saying
thing,
I'm
yeah.
happy that I did go through what my
Even though
story
you
is.
might not have been, even though let's just, I know some viewer are like, happy. How can you be happy about that? No, look at it this way. I think what you're trying to say is that what you went through, despite what you went through, it made you the man that you are today. It
Yeah.
did not kill you. God use it for the good, as we said in the beginning.
Exactly.
Whatever the enemy meant for evil.
Yeah, that's how I
Yeah.
believe it is, because I got discipline at young age, working hard with machinery, with cows, the cows triple as big as me, stuff like that. Got no friends, got nothing. I went in a foster home with nothing. I couldn't even buy an energy drink because I didn't have saldo. So and it's not that I wanna look what I did. No,
Yeah.
no, don't understand that wrong. Because everything I went through, it made me the person I am. I know where it is to have nothing, and if someone shares their story to me and say I have nothing, I know what it is,
Amazing.
and that's. I think that's a good thing I learn about it, to understand people, what they are saying. I have been through a lot of shit, like I say.
To be able to fathom.
Yeah.
Yeah. to
Just
see
like
them for who they
youth
are.
on that summer camp, when they say, "Yeah, my parents are divorced," I know how it is. When they got beaten up, I know how it is, and it's not. I'm not proud of it, but
Yeah.
I somehow know how it is.
So it
And
feels like God took you, allow you to go through that circumstances. God helped you to get through it to make you the man you are today, so that you could be able to reach out
yes, to
to
share His love, to
this,
multiply His love.
yeah, to multiply His love.
Yeah, amen.
And you mentioned something, because I strongly believe, despite what you went through, because you were anchored into God, even though you did not know it,
Yeah,
God
exactly.
was able to establish you today. And you mentioned you have an anchor
Yeah,
tattoo
I have an anchor tattoo. Yeah,
as a sign of what? A sign of hope.
sign of hope.
Why
Exactly.
is hope so important for young believers today, especially with all the pressures from society and even our upbringing?
I think people are. Yeah, how do you say it? Hope is something what is used for the weather and stuff. It's so downgrading,
Downgraded.
downgraded word. I think the hope that is talked in the Bible is much more. It's more hoping and knowing you're not alone, and that's
Come
what
on.
I have what I saw in life, and then I thought, yes, hope is what kept me alive, and
Come on.
I've been to the edge of life that I was like I don't want to live anymore, and then, but I thought giving up is not an option for me. It's not, because again I have my brother and sister. I can't leave behind them. I can't
Indeed.
leave them behind.
No, you
And
can't.
I know they have been through their own struggle and stuff like that, and I know they couldn't handle if I did give up.
Come on. Yeah.
So why would I? Why would I give up if I know they couldn't handle it? So and I know there's beautiful things in life, and some people always say, yeah, life is not about roses. Like it's beautiful, but not always. But it is,
Indeed.
and,
Yeah.
and that's my other tattoo. Like every rose has its thorn in the in a rose, because
Yes.
every rose has its thorn. You just have to look to the flower and don't lose it of sight.
Come on.
Because if you grab a rose by fast, you're gonna
You're
get
gonna hurt
hurt.
yourself. Yeah.
If you want the beautiful flower, you get hurt. But beautiful things cost something. And I think maybe that's sometimes people forget that beautiful things don't come for free.
Nope.
The
Nope.
sun goes up for free,
That's
and
why
everything
that's
gets dirty for
yeah,
free.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
that's it.
Yeah.
You get to clean it, and you get work for something beautiful. And
Powerful.
yeah, and I think that's the hope I have, and I wanna give it to other people. Give it multiply love.
Yes. That's powerful. Can you share with us why you put on that tattoo?
Why?
Anchor. Yeah.
My anchor is on my right arm, because I felt that God was by my right arm. That God is my right. He stands always by my side, and it's always also on the inside of my arm, because it reminds me that there is hope. When I'm going through tough times, it reminds me. It's not to show the world that there is hope. It's for me that it reminds me, and then
Yeah. Can you show it to
yeah,
the viewers?
it's on
I
my
see.
my inside of my arm, and it shows me that it's for me. It reminds me there's their hope, that I've been through tough times, and I know there's many people also going through tough times, but when I'm spreading my arms, they can see it. They can see that I have tattoos too, and yeah, if
That's
they want to
powerful.
talk about it, then talk about it. Everyone is free to ask everything. I don't think there's a question too bad or too good or stuff like that to not to be answered.
No, but it's so true, because what happened with your story is that your story just shows how important it is to be rooted. That's what I think, the anchor, to be anchored
Yeah.
into and to Christ. Because when a ship is well anchored,
It goes. Yeah,
it goes nowhere.
exactly.
No matter how much waves and winds comes,
Exactly.
it goes on nowhere. And I think what's happening in the society today, many people are not anchored. Many people are not established. Many people are not well positioned or rooted. So now when the winds and waves comes, what happens is that you find yourself all over the place.
Exactly.
And
But
you, yes, go on. Please say
but
something
but
because I want to get a scripture here for the
yeah, but
viewers. Yeah.
people always bothering about the weather in life, like not the weather outside, but in life, like, oh, it's storming again, oh, the wind this or that. But you can't learn sailing without wind. It's not
Deep. That's deep.
it's
Come on.
yeah, it's not like about sailing itself, but you get building character when you're going through tough times. Some
My
it's
God.
not about, and sure, when you want to stay on one time, throw the anchor, read the Bible, search God, and you stay at your time. But without wind, you can't learn sailing. If we're
100%.
talking about the boat still,
Yes,
you know what I mean?
and even in the same context, very beautiful analogy, really beautiful analogy. We have to cut it off and post it on TikTok. Encourage people. There's also want to connect to that, as you said. Resistance in life help shapes us and form us, help us take off. Because even an airplane need the resistance of the wind
Exactly.
for it to take off.
Exactly.
So often we want easy life, as you said. We want everything to be glamorously easy. We see the roads. We want to just be able to receive it on the street without the mood, the effort that it takes to even prepare that roads. And what you say is so powerful, and I really hope that our precious viewer are listening to it and they can take it. And before we move forward, I just want to say what hope, because you emphasize so much on hope and how your anchor tattoo is a representation of your hope in God, in Christ. And I think I just had this scripture in my head and I look it up. Faith, what faith is. Are you guys able to show it, production? Because faith is, the scripture says in Hebrews 11:1. Let me just make sure production is got it exactly. Hebrews 11:1, put it on 6. Thank you so much. It says, now faith is confidence in what we hope for, in assurance about what we do not see. So basically, for you to have faith, you first need to have hope. And without hope, it's almost impossible to have faith. And the Bible said this, without faith, it's impossible to please God. That's a crazy statement also from God. So your hope builds character, which establishes faith in you. And without faith, you're pleasing God. Because every youth you see, you put faith in knowing that, no, your reality does not define who you are.
Exactly.
It's just a little piece of the puzzle.
And it's not that I'm saying you should do this or you should do that. No, I'm not saying that I know how life works. No, but I want to give people hope. Like there is more. Go live and know. Yeah,
My God, go live
and love.
oh my God, that's so deep. Because what would you say? I just want to ask you, and I'm going to ask our viewers, everyone watching, a question. The world around you today there's so much negativity, left, right, center.
That's right.
So many things going on. Young people, youth are confused. They don't know. They don't know where to look, where to go to. Some young people don't even know anymore if they believe in God, because some of them use questions like, if God existed, why there's so many children suffering like that, or dealing with cancer, dying, all those things. What can you say? If you look in that camera and speak to one young person watching this podcast, what can you say to them when they're losing hope because of all the circumstances around them?
Yeah, I think that that no matter what you're going through, no matter what life gives you or takes away of you, God is always there. And if, like I said before multiple times, I didn't know that at the moment, but I choose to not give up. And at the end, I knew I wasn't alone, because if I was alone and if God does not exist, I wasn't here to tell me my story, view my story.
Mm-hmm.
So don't give up. Yeah, try again, because eventually one time it will work out, and that's all about thing. It's not failing; it's learning.
Man.
It's going going on, and it's not how many times you fail. It's how many times you learn, because you're going in the new you go with the more experience and more knowledge,
Mm.
and it's always there is always an opportunity, and God
Amen.
makes way for you. I think that's what I what my main thing is, that there's always more,
Mm-hmm.
and you don't know what God has you in plans of you, and I didn't know either
Yeah.
that I will in the beginning of this year that I will do this or do that or sit here share my story or will say that,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
just life goes on, and take opportunities as they come, and yeah, sometimes bad things go to be in the end good. And that's the beauty of life.
Exactly.
Nobody is perfect.
Mm.
And I think, personally, that people don't tell too less about. They talk too less about what life's going on.
People don't talk enough about
Yeah,
what's going
exactly.
on in life. Yeah.
Because everyone has troubles in life, and the one
Mm.
has big troubles and one has less troubles. But
Mm-hmm.
for me, this is yeah kind of my life, But to see people's reaction about my story, that reminds me that it's not just
It's not
something.
being indeed. Indeed.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I believe that God gives you the storms. Let me call them so.
Mm-hmm.
Let me call it so. You get only the storms you can survive. Because why will he not do that? He loves you, and he want to learn you more for
Mm.
maybe a bigger storm or maybe something else. Back in the days when there were more sailing ships, the captains with the most storms survived. They were the good captains.
True.
So why do we hate storms in life? Because
Yeah.
it's outside our comfort zone. Is it
Indeed.
that because we know how we are now? Is it? But when you know what it can give you, more character, more self belief, more good friends who stayed through the storm, and not the ones who want to sit you
We
with the
jumped to the
under.
storm.
Yeah,
We cheated the storms.
exactly. Why?
Yeah, I think it's the status quo, and it is the idea that you have that if somebody is going through the storm, they are failing, they are not doing the right thing, or they are not right with God. Like those who are struggling, we somehow stigmatize them and put them in the certain corner and say, okay, if if you're going through a tough time, that means something is wrong with you. You're the one who is calling this upon yourself. People say that.
Yeah, but
You're calling this upon yourself.
isn't that about social media all the time? You scroll, watch a video,
Yep.
half a second, the next one, and everyone shares good stories basically. Oh,
It's,
look at me!
true.
I bought a Ferrari or a
It's the
Lamborghini.
Instagram lifestyle. Yeah.
Yeah, like oh, some good stuff, but they don't share that they worked 20 years for it, had
Nope.
nothing and
Nope.
stuff like that.
Or they don't share that they had a father who
For
had money
example,
and they had an inheritance. Or they
so
don't even show you the struggle they had to go through to get there. Tomorrow you're gonna be driving your Lamborghini. I know it, and I know it. And somebody sees you driving a car like that. Maybe you're 30 years old driving a car like that, or maybe you're 29. And then they'll be like, "Oh, I want to be like Renzo," and the problem is
yeah,
now there. If they don't take time to research Renzo and come across the story of Renzo sharing on this podcast, they don't understand
yeah,
the
well it is.
life of Renzo.
Hmm. And
How
that is it.
God had to prune him on a very young age and establish him to be the leader he is today. Oh.
Yeah, because I'm a happy person a lot of time. I have a smile on my face
Mm.
almost any time, and that's because I know that's not not a standard for everyone
Yeah.
to have something to laugh about. The
Indeed.
world is full of things to be said of, and
Yeah.
and that's why I also on that camp I want to give them a smile, maybe a first real smile in years, like give them a
Beautiful.
smile full of laughter. Like you don't know what they are going through, and
Mm-mm.
that's what like when I'm
Mm-hmm.
when you're driving a car like a Lamborghini, like you say,
Yes.
they sometimes when they know the full story, they don't even want it because they know they get to know the effort about
The
it.
effort of the passion. Oh my God.
What is the key? What do you want? What is
True.
you? Where can you be happy of? I'm becoming genuinely happy if I can make a person smile because I don't know. I know that there are more reasons to be sad these days than to be
Than to be
smiling.
happy.
Yeah.
So we don't need to hide to it.
No,
The
why?
devil is giving to them for free.
Yeah,
Yeah.
everyone who is watching and know me, DM me or whatever you can if you have some questions. I don't know. I don't
Let
care
them
what
come.
question it
Yeah.
is
Let them
because
come.
I'm free to talk about it.
Come on, chat. That is a call to you if you have any question. And so now I have a question for the chat. Production, are you able to put this question in before you close the questions in the chat? Are you able to do that? So it's on my notes. And one of the first question I want to ask you, our precious viewer, or even when everyone in the studio, what is your anchor when life gets tough? What's your anchor when life gets tough? So if you can put that question in the chat, that would be great. And just think about it. You have it on my notes, so you can just copy and paste it in the chat. You don't have to type it out fully. And the next question I have for you, answer it when you can. Have you ever felt unseen? And how did you get through it? Because we are in the day and age, Renzo, today where life is going so fast. You come in places, people overlook you. Sometimes you meet somebody who's like, hey, who got it? Actually, they have no single interest in your answer.
No.
It's just a formality. And then it's like, hoe gaat is like, yeah, echt. Yeah. It's like, oh man, leuk je te zien. Eh? It was good to see you. I hope everything is going well with you. I'm like, wait a minute, you just asked me how I'm doing. I want to tell you how I'm doing. It's like, it's like, man, I don't have time. I have to go with the family, but maybe next time grab a coffee. And you know, this next time will never come.
Exactly.
So people really, sometimes you are just, they pass you by so fast you have no idea what's going on. So have you ever felt unseen, and how did you get through it? And so actually no, not three, two questions. I just have those two questions for you. Drop your answers in the chat or DM it to us. Drop in the comments and let us build each other up. And then now I just Renzo, I know we have so much to share, and I pray to God that your brother, your sisters, your siblings, whichever feel comfortable to also share their side of this journey you've been through.
Yeah.
They can come with you one time in the studio. Maybe we can sit three of us with them here and have this conversation, because it will help many people. Not just that it will help you guys alone, but also be a great blessing to many people. And production has done a great job. Select some of these answers, answers, and drop them to me. Let me see. Oh, okay. Now you have to drop them to me here. So meanwhile, we're just going to take a look at the charts as we promise our precious viewers, and we'll see if we don't miss any. Let's see if we don't miss any while I wait for production to just forward them on this number for me. Viewers. It's already there. It's already where? Okay, let me. In the chat. Oh, okay, in the chat. It's in the chat. Thank you. It's in the chat. So let me see in the chat. Production. What the? Just send it to me, production. Okay,
Chat
see.
and yeah, I think for in the chat you just had there. It was there. Yeah, there and then only the
Yes,
link. Yeah,
here it is.
those
Oh, so I send it to myself, not that you send it to me.
different.
So okay, production. Well
So
done, well done. Okay, guys. I'm just struggling to see them. Okay, this is a question from Karen.
hmm
And she asked, she says something. I am proud of you. Um, I'm proud of you telling your life story. I have a very personal question if you can answer. Oh, I hope Karen is still watching because Renzo just invited you to ask anything. So anything means anything. Anything equals
it
everything.
could be a lot.
Yes. So, did you have a moment where you didn't have faith anymore? And how did you find your way back? That's deep, right?
That's a deep one. That's right.
That's amazing, Karen. Thank you.
Yeah, I think that that faith is like a relationship with God, like you have with people. It goes up and goes down,
Yeah.
and sometimes you don't put effort in it, but God always waits and gives you His effort. And yeah, I don't really have a moment that I didn't have faith, but I wouldn't say that my faith was always up.
Well, okay.
Like sometimes I didn't see anything anymore. Didn't I? Last year I went through a hard time and very close to suicide, and that was some hard times. And then I found myself, and then a friend of mine invited me to his barbecue, and just invited me to church where I didn't go to church for half a year already, and then he invited me, and then I went there and to his church, and they the people there, they saw me directly, and that made me feel home, and that's so, and it was like, why didn't I go
Yeah.
anymore? Why? And I didn't, and then I went again to church and have some good new friends now and stuff like that, and good conversations about anything, and that's where is the beauty of the church, I think, because there are so many nationalities and so many different people, and because I lived in different countries, I know how it is to be
Part of
that outsider,
multicultural. Yeah.
and
Oh, yeah, true. Yeah.
yeah, to
Yeah.
be the one who isn't Danish and stuff.
Yeah.
I've been bullied very hard because I was Dutch
Mm.
and stuff like that. And then we had still the same color, so it, and then a church who everyone is there and see each other and can be there and have meals together and sharing conversations about anything. It's so beautiful. It's like I
Amazing.
don't care who the other one is, or who, I don't care. I want to hear what you say, what you want to say,
Amazing.
and that's so beautiful.
And that's the church you
So
currently go to.
yeah,
Amazing.
and it's so beautiful, and I think that my faith, yeah, have had some depth and some heights, but eventually the hope that I had kept me alive.
So basically, if we can say on a scale of 1 to 10, or let me, like your faith, maybe you didn't lose it, but just decrease it on a certain degree.
Yeah,
And going to that church was able to bring back again that meter all the way up again to 10 so that it could be strengthened in your faith.
yeah.
And I hope this answers your question, Karen. So thank you so much for that question. Another question we have, and upmerking, I'm proud of you. That's the same one, I think. Okay, that's the same one. It's just double. Let me just see. Is there something we should be watchful of when reading signals? We already dealt with it. Oh yeah, this we're supposed to deal with it. Is there something we should be watchful of when dealing when reading signals of children who are in a violent home? Like when you're observing children where you suspect they might be in a violent home, what advice can you give for people to be watchful of?
Yeah, it's not like I know anything of everything. Like
I understand.
I
Yeah,
just have my own experience.
yeah,
And like the summer camp where I go on, I know some background, like parents are divorced or stuff like that, and
yeah.
then I can come close to those youth and really,
Mm-hmm.
especially when I share my story, then they open up too,
Mm-hmm.
and I think that's the best way to get to know people is just to be open, share your story,
Mm-hmm.
or listen to them, not just how's life going, but maybe try another question where you just can't answer a short yes or it's going well or stuff like that, but
Yeah,
just
yeah. Yes or
yo,
no answers.
where you
Yeah,
have been
yeah.
up lately or stuff like that. Like
Mm.
being really interesting in people is something we forget so fast here in this
In
civilization, in
society.
society and stuff like
Yeah.
that. Everything has to go fast. When you go to your car no, these days, the car starts itself. You don't have to. You have keyless entry. You have don't push the screen rest on. Everything goes automatically. You don't have to think again anymore, and just the time you have left, you do other stuff.
So
Like
true.
everything has to go fast, 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 and stuff we have left, we do other.
Because time goes fast that way, watching a movie
Mm.
or TikToking. So we don't have time even to connect, as you say. Look somebody up and just see. I don't know what's going on. We are off again. Not yet. Yeah, we're back now. May God punish the devil. Because you're a technical guy. Maybe later on we'll discuss and what you think was going on there because I have no clue.
I don't know
And
that either.
yeah, I have to go and use my IT background and look into it. Okay, let's move on. This is another amazing question. Yeah, you definitely thanks to Renzo, his story, I've really started to appreciate all things my parents do for me even more than before. And in this story, is he said in this his story is so inspiring, and I'm so grateful for this. Your story is so inspiring, and she's so grateful for this. And even for me, myself, and I, we appreciate your story. Yeah, I really, really, your story is so inspiring, like Miriam said, and she's so grateful. And because of your story, she learned to appreciate her parents even more. And I'm telling you, when you hear stories like yours, you come to understand and say, "Oh, listen, Dad,
Mm.
listen, Mom, come on." I mean,
Come here, give me a
like,
hug.
you know what I mean? I don't think I
Exactly.
ever told you this about,
Yeah.
listen, you didn't have to, but thank you for everything you've done for me.
Mm.
You know, the idea that I can call you anytime, you come and pick me up anywhere.
Or maybe open up. Like, yeah, I was bothering about this, what you did, but I
You know
heard
what I
this
mean?
story and was like, why? Why
Yeah,
am I bothered
exactly,
about this?
exactly. So
And
yeah,
and I think that will give more depth in a relationship, like being open in anything and everything.
yeah. Thank
Just
you so much.
sharing how you feel or what you think.
Exactly, to be open about it. And the chat, thank you for letting us know when we are
Mm.
back. And oh man, thank you. I mean, I think this it blesses me to see that the chat is also just informing us when we're off and back. So thank you so much. And okay, we reach at the end of the show. We've covered pretty much everything. I'm just gonna go quickly through the chat to see if we did not miss anything because I don't want us to miss any of your chats. I saw the chat, the message. Laura, thank you so much. God uses you in what you have gone through as a human being. God uses you in what you have gone through. And God take your story and use it to become a blessing and to become something that will pull somebody else out. Because as you said, people are going through all type of chips
Yeah.
in this world today.
Storms and
Yeah, and all type of storms.
yeah.
So when we communicate, then you come to hear, it's like, oh, wait a minute, I thought I was the only one going through this, by you too. So thank you for that, for sharing that.
And don't be afraid of taking the step back and listen to the other, because you at yourself will appreciate it too. If another person will step back and listen to you, just
Amazing.
post his life for a moment, and that's true love, like the friendship or whatever kind of love, like listen to each other. And I think that will give you more new inspiration
A
to
new
know
perspective.
perspective
Yeah.
for to the other person. Exactly.
Yep, exactly. Give you more understanding. And I love what Harvard said. I will always be here for you, homie. You know who that is, right?
Mm.
Of course you do. I'll always be here for you, homie. And that's amazing. To do is the spirit of manipulation, and if you don't have spiritual maturity, you really are powerless against it. The spirit of manipulation. If you don't have spiritual maturity, if you don't have discernment, you'll be powerful against it. That's so true. You'll be powerless against it if you don't have discernment. Yes. Yes, I'm just going through quickly. Thank you so much. We've covered all these. We've covered all this. We've covered all this. So, chat, listen, y'all. What a privilege it has been to have Renzo here. And that's what I love about podcasts, because we're not only focusing on people who are famous, who will help us grow this channel, and like we say in our songs, we did not just bring guests for clicks and views, even though we need them to share the news, but we like to get, can I say, normal people? Normal
Nobody
day-to-day
is normal.
hard-working people who have a story to tell, and they might not have the platform always, or it might not be even their calling to share the story. But chat, production, I want that second question also in the chat, if you will. Have you ever felt unseen, and how did you get through it? If you can add that as well, it would be great. So having Renzo here as a normal day-to-day farmer, it's such a privilege, because I've been talking about farmers, and I've been talking about what farmers are going through in the society today and how much they're being under attack. He's a farmer, man. Leave Renzo alone, okay? He's a farmer who's doing something else right now. But once a farmer, always a farmer, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
DNA.
it's a DNA thing. Yeah. So right now, God is using him with his creativity. But I thank you, men of God. I thank you for being here. I thank you for being vulnerable, for allowing us, for sharing things that many people will be ashamed of, but you're sharing it with us. And that takes a lot of effort, a lot of energy, and a lot of courage. And thank you so much to your family member for watching. Your sister, she dropped something, I think, in the chat. Love, love, love. So that's amazing. Thank you so much for watching as well. And I hope we did Renzo justice as we interact with him here. And feel free to let Renzo know when you're ready to want to share your parts, and you want to have a conversation. Maybe Renzo and you can just sit here, and I'll just be there as a guest on your podcast as you guys share your story. That'll be amazing. And your family, I don't know how you call them, Plech family.
Yeah, foster family.
Foster family,
Yeah.
the ones who took you in. Thank you guys for
thank you.
watching, and thank you so much for helping raise this amazing 17 years old to the man that he become today. We need people like you, really, because many children out there are in need of parents, of people who love them. And for those who are dealing with all type of things like pregnancy and the only option you have all over you is abortion because that's what the world is saying. Let me tell you, there are people who will be willing to take care of that child. So don't believe the lies. There is hope.
Exactly.
You are not alone. And there's people going to love on that child as though it was theirs. Really. Believe you me. And for everyone else watching, remember, no matter how shaky your start is, hope is real, like Renzo said. Hope
Amen.
is real, and God is closer than you think.
Yes.
Is there any last word or even a prayer you want to share with our viewers before we close?
Yeah, I would pray if I may.
Yes, please. Yes.
Yes, Father, thank you for being here. Thank you for giving me a new opportunity to share my story, to multiply your love, to share how you are, who you are. Thank you for the technical things these days that we can go live and ask, answer questions like the viewers are asking. And thank you for being here, Father. Here I will ask you to give those people who didn't know that they had to hear this, but give them time, and that maybe one person is already enough. That our tweet is his heart. Yeah, Father, I want to thank you for your love. I want to multiply it day by day. Amen.
Amen. That's powerful. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And I thank you also to your precious girlfriend for being here in the studio with us. Hey, viewers, listen. Please don't forget to subscribe because that's the best way you can help us reach more people. And also share this with a friend, family, friend of me, those people that you might think they need this message you're not talking to. Just share it with them and then block them after that. And then also, if you have not liked, just like, because this algorithm on social media, YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, whatever, works best if you just like these shows, and the more you share it, works best. So listen, oh my God, what a testimony. I hope you guys get something out of it, because as for we here in the studio, we are completely flabbergasted. My name is Glory, and this is
Renzo.
And we approve this message. Shalom, and have an amazing evening, day, or morning, whatever you're watching from. Bye bye, zwei zwei. Keeping it alive to the silent watchers who just vibe. You're the reason we do this every single week. You're the reason we're bold when others stay meek. So let me hear you say it. Yeah. Thanks for being here. Yeah. We couldn't do this without you. That's why we're standing here. You're the reason why we keep on speaking truth every season. You're the reason this movement's growing, and you're the key ingredient. Thank you for watching, thank you for sharing, thank you for showing that you're really caring. You're the reason we're here, making history. Together we're changing lives, setting captives free. Now before you leave, let's talk real quick. That subscribe button needs just one click. I know, you've heard the speech, but let me tell you why it's within your reach. When you subscribe, you join the family. You're saying, I'm in this, count on me. You're not just a viewer passing through. You're a warrior for truth, through and through. And that like button sitting there so shy. Give it a smash, watch the number fly.